So what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Inspiration with Watanda. Like I say every time that my podcast is more about inspiring people with other people's stories. And as long as somebody inspires me, they are fit to be here. Most of the podcasts I see around will invite celebrities, and some people have even told me to go and look for celebrities so that my podcast can pick up. But I'm like, I don't need to bring celebrities, because for me, it's about inspiration. If your story inspires me, then you are worthy, to be on this podcast. And as long as your story can inspire other people, then you're fit to be here for a conversation with me. Today, I'm hosting someone that I respect, someone that I've grown to know, someone that has mentored me through the years. Yeah. And I think this conversation has been long overdue. We've talked about it.
Absolutely.
We've said
yes.
We are going to do this,
True, yeah.
And there's a lot we share through the years, me being a part of your team. I learned so many things from you.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, today we are having a conversation with Bernald Lwegaba, the CEO of Lwegaba
I'm
Limited.
very, very happy to be here. Thank you so much.
It's interesting to have you here.
Very. I'm very happy. I'm happy that, I've been seeing your podcasts. So I'm very glad to be here. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm well, Bernard. Before the word creative became popular,
yes.
Before the tech industry took it up, before the artists took it up, when I think about the word in its true essence, I think about people like you in the early, mid-2000s that were already in the tech industry and were actually doing creative things. You were building systems, you were building websites.
True, yes.
You were a tech guy, but you're thinking about colors, you're thinking about graphics presentation on a website. So for me, you are like an embodiment of creativity, even before the word became popular.
True,
but just because people don't know you, and because you don't go around saying I'm a creative.
True,
but I believe that your work is essentially pivoted around creativity.
True, yes.
So, how do we get? How does who is Lwegaba? That's the first thing.
True,
who is Lwegaba, and how does Lwegaba move from wherever he started up to where we see today? You run a company, reputable company, that works with reputable entities. So for me, that is a progress. So how do we get to that point?
Well, Lwegaba Joseph Bernard is first the person who has a lot of passion in IT. The journey started from Makerere to Africa Online then. It was an internet service provider company then. And then to Regatech. And throughout the process, you have talked about the issue of creativity. In the journey when IT was just starting to blossom here in Uganda, we had to choose sides. My first background started into networks. When I was in Africa Online, I worked with great people, very good minds, mentoring minds, and they helped me to grow from an internship level, customer support engineer, to network engineer. In ISP, a network engineer is the guy at the top before the technical manager that does the bit of making sure the systems are running, making sure people outside there have internet. It is now funny that when you tell people how we used to juggle around with the little bandwidth we had, the little speed we had to see that the big shots work and then the small clients work. And I tell people, and I said, but it can't be. I mean, things have been like this. We have 20 Mbps in my home. Like, dude, that was the entire amount of bandwidth the ISP had then. But yeah, the journey has been quite good. I chose to move from networks to web. And my reasoning was simple. I needed something challenging. web looked to be one of those industries that were challenging. And tell you what, my predictions were right, because 17 years down the road, I've been in IT industry for over 20 years. But for the 17 years down the road, when I went private, it has proved that web is the real thing. You know, in around 2004, I think 2004, 2008, Elon Musk predicted and said, look, people do not understand, but internet is the subset of everything. Human evolution is going to base on that, and it's coming to pass. It's coming. People are living it. So the young ones might not understand, but that is where we have started. So my journey has been that from getting into campus, studying IT, and by the way, to go into IT, I moved from the dream that I had then as a child. I want to be a doctor.
What was that dream?
So as a child, my dream was to be a doctor. And I pursued it up to S6 because I did these hard combinations. I did PCB, stroke, I think I was stroking in subsidiary math. And up to S6. But somehow my brother in vacation is like, dude, you're seated home. You're doing nothing. Let's go. By then, my big brother was teaching at Mackay University. They were the first people in School of Computing teaching a course called Cisco, CCNA. I was like, just... So our dad accepted. I started studying. After, I think, about 2-3 months, we had to hatch out a plan. Me and my big brother, because I told him, dude, I see this is something serious. This is, and I see money is there. He's like, okay. So we need to go tell dad that, look, I will be a doctor, but not the doctor in the hospital. The doctor doctor using computers, stuff like that. We went there, had to get him in his good mood, because you see, you can't approach dad
in a bad mood. It changes everything.
It changes everything. So we had to go to him and we told him, Dad, this is what I want to do now. He accepted it, and the rest is history. So I joined in, and it was a good journey. It's a good journey. We have learned along the way. We have come to see nice technology, the bad one passing, the good one sustaining. Yeah.
Wow. That's an interesting background.
Yes.
And for me, there's so many things I see in your background. I see, the ability to pivot and change and not be rigid. And if you look at the tech industry today, it is built around the ability to adapt and change. Because today you're working on this tech, and man, it's obsolete in the next 1 year, and then you change. So when you talk about changing from your dream of being a doctor to this, I mean, it speaks to what life is all about. It's all about adapting and moving on.
Yes.
I remember, because I've worked with you before.
Yes.
You've mentored me before. You gave me my first corporate job, and everything that I do today comes from that point of contact with you.
Yes.
How you handle the corporate clients, how you do sales, and how you do all these things. How you operate at a corporate level is something I learned by working with you, and you were very patient with me. I was in senior 6 vacation.
Yes.
But I remember how the tech industry was back then, because you would send me out to go and sell to people the idea of being online, selling websites, selling domain names, and all the things were very strange to me.
Yes.
But also, if just imagine, if you're asking me to sell something strange, and I feel it's strange, you ask me to sell it to another person.
Yes. Yes.
So for me, it was quite difficult because, one, I was not a computer person. I was simply a salesman.
Yeah.
But just imagine how complicated it was to that person who is running a kiosk, that person who is running a company, that person who is running a startup somewhere.
Yes.
So I recall going to people's offices and trying to sell to them websites. And the first thing that came out of their mouth was, Otugamba bichebyo, we've been operating without websites.
True, yes.
What is that new thing you're telling us? Mwagala kutuba. In fact, some of them would simply, ignore you or tell you to leave their offices.
True, yes.
And that was the nature of the industry then. But somehow you thought that was going to be the future. How did you even get to know that this is going to be the future and I want to stick in this line? Because when you think about it,
yes,
back then there were not many companies that were selling websites.
true, yes.
Yeah. So where did you? Did it happen? Was it by chance, or you had some sort of intuition that this might be the thing the next couple of years?
I think you would call it that, because one of the great gift God gave me is the ability to read through the lines faster. And when I was still in Africa Online, I remember my boss. I approached my boss. He's a very good man, and he came later on to be my client, Mr. Joseph Barunji. And I said, but I want to take one of the smallest portion of services Africa Online is offering, and I can make a business in it. So as we are having this jazz, he laughed off. He said, Bernard, websites cannot take you anywhere. Look, people keep coming in here, but we get 3 people a month to walk in and ask for a website. I said, that's it. Give me those 3 people.
3 people.
I just need those 3 people. And indeed, the first 2 people I got from referrals from my colleagues and him, one was a lady. She walked in. I said, you need a website. This guy will help you. This guy will help you. So, and then the websites that we're doing, you talked about creativity. It has been there. Right now, it has just,
blossomed and become bigger.
But it has always been there, because you see, one of the beauty about industries, about web, is the ability for you to think of something, do it, and someone says yes or no.
And that is the essence of creativity.
It is absolutely
something
creative.
Out of your head.
Yes.
Put it on paper, put it on computer. Is it visible? Is it likable?
Yes.
Does it work?
Absolutely. And that was the thing. And it intrigued me, because you asked me, what made you think this would work? I think the bit was that ability to create something out of nothing.
Out of nothing, yeah.
And someone else is like, oh, I like this. No. Because I'll tell you, I got so many no's. You talked about the sales.
Yeah. Wow.
There's a client I walked to, and I said, my name is Bernald Joseph Lwegaba. I come from Regatech. We do websites. He said, what? I said, yeah, we do websites. But you young man, my business has been here for 40 years.
You're telling me websites.
I said, sir, you need it. He said, okay, I'll see. How much is it? So I mentioned the money. By then it was little money, about 300,000. Yes. And he said, okay, the money you want, I have it. But I don't see why I should
have a website.
But I'll see. Lucky enough, I think about after 3 months, he calls me panicking. Young man, come to my office. I went there in the evening. He said, I think what you talked about is right. I have got a partner. This Japanese company wants to work with me, but they're saying I need the website. Can you give it to me tomorrow? I said, sir, the website, you can't have it tomorrow. But we can have the starting step. So one of the things that has kept pushing me in this industry is those small things where you meet someone today, he's not believing, and tomorrow
is a believer.
Is
a staunch believer.
person.
That's interesting.
It's
I love the way you've just put it out there,
Yes.
man.
yes,
And for me, it speaks to the strength of your idea. If your idea is legit,
yes,
and it does real stuff,
true,
I mean, you just have to find the right client.
true.
And sometimes the clients are like Thomas says, they are doubting.
True.
But then when you prove that this thing actually works, or when he goes somewhere, then finds out this thing is actually important,
Yeah.
you'll make a sale.
True.
And before you know it, you have a running business.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you in that bit of the doubt. Another common question we used to get: what if you close tomorrow?
What do we do?
So people had that because the time when we started the business, when we came in the field, we had big players in. So people could not think a small player will even survive a 1 year, that lifespan they give businesses here in Uganda. And that question was the hardest always to answer. Because someone kept saying, but you're saying you want to host my website and emails. Are you like MTN? Like, no, I am not. But what I do, what they are doing, you're going to close
But
tomorrow.
you see, Bernard, even me, much as I was your salesperson, I didn't understand the business. But
Yes.
I out of just determination to sell.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to make some sales.
Yes.
I managed to make a few sales.
You did.
But I see the dilemma of a traditional person running a traditional business. You trying to convince them that there's something called online.
Yes. Yes.
But I remember I used to use an analogy of a shop while I was selling.
Yes.
And I'll tell them that you can create a shop that can be accessed by people across the world.
That has never failed.
But the other thing is,
Yeah.
you tell such a person, you tell a person maybe that has a small business, and what would come to their mind would be like, why would I need people in Japan to buy my solar panels or to buy, so they would ask you all sorts of questions because
Yes.
they think
Yes.
their doubt was also found in their scale. People thought you had to be big. So when you went to a smaller company, maybe it's a law firm, people thought it had to be big for it to have a website.
True, yes.
What has changed over the years in the tech industry? What has changed? Because right now we are in a time that is unprecedented, I should say. We live in a technological environment. In literally everything is connected to a website, to a link. You tell someone, man, I want to see your stuff. You say, send me a link.
Yeah.
You can imagine
Yes.
the disparity between now and then, where someone was wondering where the website lives or where he can find the website,
Yeah.
to a point where you're dealing with a 60-year-old person is telling you, send me my photos on a link.
Yes.
What has changed? What has changed? And later on, you will tell us, how can we adapt?
I think what has changed over the years has been the more innovations, industries, people out there, genius people out there, they have done to this industry. And then the unfortunate times of COVID just accelerated everything. Because now the questions changed. That is why you're saying that people now are saying, look, send me a link of my photos. I should be able to download. But I have to tell you, before that, we had people who were saying, I want to see what you do. You say, sir, here are the links. Say, no, print them out.
Print the links.
No, sir.
Wow.
No, I want to see your website, but print them out.
Print out
They
the
say, but
website,
sir, if
so-
I print them out, then you won't be able to see the website.
The website.
So the innovations that have come in, but you see, these innovations have been pushed by the problems around. People have been solving these problems from a start. The bit of reducing transportation, the bit of reducing risks of moving things from one place to another, the bit of reducing storage, things of keeping things at home. Because I'll tell you...
things like your documents would be susceptible to
Yes.
fire,
Yes.
theft.
Yes.
Yeah. So there are many factors, actually.
There were so many
that led us to move from hard copy to soft copy, and incidentally to being linked everywhere.
Yes.
We live in a linked world now.
It is. I don't know if you have heard the story of the Netflix guy.
I think I have a hint about
Yes.
it. Back then they used to sell the DVDs
Exactly.
and the VHS tapes.
Yes.
For watching movies. You'd fill up a whole library with all of that.
Yes.
And the dude is like,
we need to change this. So they because people out there have looked at the different problems that humanity keeps facing, and they have found a way of closing in that gap. That is the reason why tech has grown too fast.
But I also have a thought about that. I think in the early stages of the internet, there was a lot of gatekeeping by those that had the resources and the knowledge about this new technology. There was a lot of gatekeeping, and it was hard for outsiders to break in. So I think that also made it a little bit difficult for people to even... The knowledge was... It's like there was a knowledge bank somewhere that couldn't be accessed by anyone.
Yeah.
But then, today, there's liberalization of knowledge through websites like Google. And I think in the tech industry, you call it free source.
Yes.
Is it called free source? Open source.
Open source,
Open
yes.
source. I think that also has contributed to the growth of the tech industry, because you have an idea, you share it, someone builds on it, and before you know it, you have a Google, you have Wikipedia.
Yes. That is also among the reasons that brought to these huge changes we have. People, after that gatekeeping, because they will tell you there were a lot of these patents all over the place. I'm the only guy who should do this. So people found the way out. People created those associations or those organizations like the open source ones. And people started contributing in. And indeed, later on, the big shots in the industry, some of them appreciated it. And then they sponsored it. So that is why now you're seeing that huge change, that gap, because now people were able to express their ideas in an open space where they are welcome.
Now, Bernard.
Yes.
You are, because I have worked with you from the very beginning.
Yes.
I can attest to the fact that much as it could have been slow, but I can attest to the fact that you are a person that adapts.
That's very true.
You're a person, though it could take you a long time,
Yes.
like the non-believer, but eventually you move and you say, okay, the business is taking this direction. How long now have you been operating Lwegaba Tech? You used to invite us for birthdays, but you no longer invite us.
I think we need to have the young ones now at the place to start to bring up these things again.
How many years now?
Now we're about 17 years.
17 years. Almost 2020, we must have a birthday. That's a sure deal.
We should,
Now,
yes.
why do I bring up the time?
Yes.
Because you clearly are in a scenario where you have tasted the pre-internet times in Uganda.
True.
To the current internet times or technology times.
Yes.
And to be honest, people just do not know you. But those that know you know you.
Yes.
You have moved through every phase of your startup to where it is today, running for 17 years. You've moved through every phase, and that means adaptation from one phase to another.
Yes.
And you recently, I remember five 5 years ago, you're talking about Google Apps, and then you moved into that.
Yes.
And then there was a time when you're talking about, okay, we need to start building applications.
Our own,
you
yes.
built applications already.
Yes.
The applications that are patented with your name
Yes.
as Lwegaba. So for me, I see an individual, but also a company that adapts. How? Before I even ask how, there are people, the kind like you,
Yes.
that were in that industry but have not been able to adapt. And we're not just talking about web design. We're not talking about the website, the web industry. We are talking about other industries. Perhaps it might be music production. It might be graphics design. It
Yes.
might be education. It
Yes.
might be, all forms of technology. There are people that actually fail to adapt and consequentially fail out
True, yes.
of line. And I'm sure when they look back, they say, oh, maybe I could have done this. And we had a conversation where I was telling you, if I knew what I know now, 20 years ago, man, I would be so far. You
Yes,
get?
yes.
But then we say this, the ability to know what you would have known 10 years ago is literally like saying moving. It's time travel, which is impossible.
Yes.
Maybe you could read a few books or you could get a few mentorships, but still we said, even when someone from another generation tells you something, when you are not in sync with that generation, it looks like it is nonsense.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's quite difficult. But you have a resilience that you have exhibited over the years and falling short, but picking yourself back up and saying, no, Lwegaba is going to do this. For me, that is inspirational.
Thank
How
you,
have you done it, and how are other people going to do it? How do older people adapt and be a part of the new revolution that is being led by, they call them, for us, we are millennials?
Yeah.
These ones are
Generation Z.
Generation Z.
Gen
That's
Z.
the right one.
I think they call themselves Gen Z or something.
So how do you adapt to the Gen Z way of doing things?
Oh, man. I think personally, what has helped me to adapt, read up a few things that are coming up and change accordingly has been about 3 factors. One is I believe in humanity, working with people. Look, you mentioned the years we worked on, the difference in our age, how young you are but you had this fire in you. And you said, I want to do sales. I said, why not? Because those small opportunities that I've been able to give to people out there somehow have also helped me to learn from them. You get? So the ability to learn from other people has been one of my first bit that has helped me. Second is the skill set and knowledge in my industry. But I think the third one, which would have been the first one, is the passion. Because I came in this industry not for money, just for something to identify myself. And that has pushed me. Because even where there were no monies at all, I could say, you know what? Come on. I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm just doing it tomorrow. There's a story how I went from now what the guys call front-end development to back-end, from building just website to building systems. I had this very nice, sharp developer, but he had one simple problem. He was just too lazy. Too lazy. And then his cycle of doing things was a restart every single day. You get? You're like, dude, yesterday we stopped on this. Why don't you? I say, no. Boss, I feel it is not up to my standards. Let me redo it again. So that pushed me to then get to learn. But I'll tell you, he's one of the people that taught me how to do these things.
He taught you by not doing.
Yes. So
Interesting.
those three factors I would base, and I would still tell someone, pick something you love, have the passion for it, right? 2, learn from others as much as you can. Do not underestimate anyone. In our creative industry of websites, of your side, videography and the like, you're going to be inspired from places you don't think you can. You imagine walking out to a small, we call them toninyiras, the small restaurants. And this lady is like, look, hey, you have dressed so smart, but I think your white shirt would have matched well with the other bit. And you go try it out, and
And
other
it
people
works.
say, and it works.
So creativity actually lives all around us.
Absolutely.
But only that we want to put it in a container somewhere and say maybe creativity is for designers, but it's all around us.
It is.
Actually, some of my inspiration when I'm creating things comes from daily life. You're walking, you see a guy riding a bicycle, and you're like, oh, that would be a good picture. You take that picture, and tomorrow it has whatever likes it has. Or
I have seen,
engagements.
I have witnessed some of your nice shots, some of the beautiful photos that it is speaking with no word
No
at
words,
all.
and it's just right
Yes.
there. Yeah. So inspiration is around us.
Yeah.
Now we get to the part where now this is your turf. I told you I don't understand your product still today. I'm still among I don't doubt their functionality. They work. It's like sending an email, and you know it's going to arrive. But
True.
how it arrives is
You
none
have
of your
no idea.
business.
Yes, that is very
That's
true.
the
Yes.
most interesting part about technology. Someone gives you a phone, but you don't know how all you care about is put it up simu, DSM, can I hear them? Can we communicate? And that's it.
That's true,
But
yes.
the things that go in there. So this brings us to how you are contributing to the entire web ecosystem. Because right now it is more of contributors, creatives who are contributing. And I see you've clearly embarked on a journey of becoming a part of the few people or the many people that are currently contributing by creating apps, by creating functional tools to help people in business, to help people in education, to help people in all spheres of life.
Yeah.
Like we know today that there is no industry that can work independent of the internet.
True, yeah.
Switch off the internet and the hospital is down.
True, yes.
Switch off the internet and the whole ministry is down. So we can agree that the population has come to terms with the reality of the internet.
Yes.
What are some of your new products? Because I know I've been having chats with you and you've been sharing with me these products. But what are some of your products and how are they going to revolutionize specific industries in Uganda? And I also know very well that we've had conversations about the fact that we shouldn't be limited to Uganda.
Yes.
Because the internet is a global village.
Absolutely.
So
yes.
when you speak of something here, clearly it can cross to Zambia, it can cross to Kenya.
Yes.
And that's the beauty of internet. Back then you had to carry your documents and cross to the border. I can
Yes.
But that's the beauty of the internet.
Yes.
So please share with us.
Currently, we have a very new, exciting product. It's called Bora Suit. Bora, we got that term, but we got it from the Swahili word that means better.
Bora means better in Swahili.
Yes. Though somehow later on we found that it has a different meaning in Spanish, different meaning in Portuguese, but we stick to Swahili that we understand. It means better. And we have this new product where we think it should be able to revolutionize how Ugandans do businesses, how Africa does business, is that this suit comes in with quite a number of products that help a particular niche of people. In this product, we have in a product called Bora POS, POS meaning point of sale, and this point of sale product is helping people in retail, people in hospitality business, restaurants, hotels, people who are in distribution business. So Borapos has that element that is going to help you to understand how your business works. Those are sales. Help you to understand where is your stock going. Help you to understand wastage. One of the key elements in all businesses is them failing to track wastage. So you have this nice business, you keep giving guys, I'll give you a simple scenario, toilet paper. And every day they say, boss, we bought another pack. We bought another pack. But no one gives you the accountability of how the last pack got used up.
Yeah.
So then in this same product, we have in another exciting one for people in pharmaceutical clinics. It's called Bora Pharma. Bora Pharma also is helping pharmacies to be able to do their dispensing, be able to do their stock taking, tracking the most critical element in the medical industry, which is expiry. You know, most of the hospitals, you have heard of those scenarios around Uganda where someone says, I bought expired medicine. And then they start tracking, how did it come, only to find that these people are doing things manually. And it is costing the company. So that product comes in to help a lot. And another one for businesses like yours now, Bora Invoice. It's strictly for SMEs, freelancers, and corporates where they can be able to produce quotations, invoices, receipts. I know, Ambrose, you understand that here in Africa, there's one big element people will ask for. Someone will not even know if you gave him an invoice or a quotation. They do not understand those two. But they want one thing, receipt. And I in the back days when we were doing BAO, the first thing you always had to make sure is in your bag is that car receipt we used to buy off the street. Because, you know, if you're going to go to this client, you're doing a computer repair, you're installing an antivirus. Before he pays you his coin, he's like, where's my receipt? So we built Bora Invoice to help capture in that bit. I'll tell you, the products that we are building, the ecosystem that we are creating, we want to see Africa having its root problems solved.
That's a very interesting point.
Yeah.
Clearly, there are products that are very similar. And I see these products quite often.
Yeah.
Being in the photography and video industry, we have so many products, American products, Chinese.
Yeah, true.
You know,
Yes.
and they keep selling these to us.
Yes.
Oh, you know, you paid $5 and then, but clearly there's a lot lacking that we can relate to.
Yeah.
And that makes it very hard for us sometimes to subscribe.
True, yes.
For products like Google, clearly they've proven that they are global. Because Google, they started by being to get your first website is what? Free.
Yeah.
To get your email is free.
Yes.
I will not talk about the background where they get your data and all that, but still, it's a free product.
True, yes.
For the start.
Yes.
And if you to ask how many people have been running Google emails, you know, for the past, 10 years without paying a coin.
Yes.
Very many people.
Billions.
Billions of people are using it. And then when you go to look at their first product, maybe it is well thought out, even for the lowest income earner, because I use it's called Google Drive, and I pay $1, 1.9 something.
True, yes.
They have actually I don't know how they call it. They have compartmentalized their packages for even the person who has a mdala somewhere. Only that the person who has a mdala has not taken time to find out.
Yes.
Which I'll give Google credit for that. they understood that this product does not apply to only Americans or Europeans.
Yes.
And I'm very sure with time, Africa will be a very big market for them. And I'm sure it already is a big market or growing market. What I see with you and your products is you've taken time to think through what a Ugandan businessman goes through to complete one cycle of a business transaction.
True, yes.
And you've developed a tool that solves different problems along the transaction cycle.
Correct.
Why do I say this? Remember I called you last weekend because a client had called me and he said, man, like you say, quotation, impeleza quotation. Before they even ask you who you are, send us a quotation.
Yes.
I sent, and I had a difficulty. I needed a signed quotation to look professional. The first thing that came to mind was, what if I go online and just, tap in my figures and send?
Yes.
And when you go online, the products are there. But what happens when you need what do they call it? Calling you. What do they call that? Calling the person to fix something.
The tech person? Or?
Where you call someone to fix something.
Yes.
On the back end.
Yes.
Like I called you on the back end. I'm saying, how do I fix this? It's like sort of customer care when you have a challenge.
True, yes.
I could call you and you could fix that and guide me like a call center. The word is call center.
Yes.
I could call Lwegaba call center and to take me through the product for the first time. But bro, I'll tell you, we have products online. They work. But when they have a hitch, you can't call anyone. There'll be bots. There'll be artificial intelligence.
Yes.
And when they solve the problem, it will be solved like maybe after some hours.
Yes.
Me, I like the response because I could call you.
Thank you.
Though that is a little bit rudimentary.
Yes.
There should be probably a proper quick system that is instant. You don't have to call Lwegaba to have a Borapos issue fixed.
Yes.
But also, I like the fact that the way it is designed in a very simple way.
Thank you, yes.
You don't have to overthink. There are products you find, and clearly they are not for us. So for me, the fact that you're contributing to the Ugandan tech ecosystem with Ugandan products, with the Ugandan in mind, it's something that I'll give you credit for. Yeah. But also, I believe you start at home and then you start to think out. So clearly, for me, I've seen the product and I believe it's a good product.
Thank you.
I know you have other products as well.
Yeah.
I remember there was a product you're developing at that time. I don't know how far it has gone.
Yeah.
That was revised now.
We used to have revised.
Is it still running or?
We had to pull it down a bit. We are changing it to Boralan because of AI and because of change in the current syllabuses here in Uganda. We had to reinvent it on how it is going to be able to help people out there. Yes, so we have Boralan. We are still building more products under this suit to help so many people. Because I'll tell you, just of recent, as I walked to one of the garages, to fix my car, and this person said, "But now, how much should this be?" Sir, you see, you have to wait for this area. I say, how will I know that these guys are done? Because I want to go. I'm going to leave the car. I said, okay, you come back in the evening. Eh?
You see, those difficulties, those little things that make... You've had the thing where foreigners come to Uganda and say, you guys are slow.
Yes.
That thing bothers me. And I feel it.
Yes.
And some of the friction comes from useless processes.
Yes.
And a failure to analyze an entire business cycle or transaction cycle and optimize it to be efficient.
True.
So you are solving these problems using tech.
We are doing our best to see that people understand that in any business to run, systems are key. So systems as your organization should be having, we are bringing in the IT tools to push this, for them to use. And we have made them quite affordable that every business should be able to subscribe to it, And another thing that you mentioned, problems that affect Ugandan businesses and people, because we have lived them. We have lived.
You know them properly because you live them on a daily.
Yes, I'll tell you outside the IT business, I've tried to venture into other businesses. I tried the bar business,
and you saw the difficulties there,
dude. That is another day when you call
podcast.
me, I'll tell you how that. But you see, each business has certain difficulties. And the only person who can be able to sort those problems is one who has lived them. So our systems are here to help people understand and run their business smoothly. Because we shouldn't be hustling in these new ages of technology where AI is, everywhere. We shouldn't.
You've heard it from the horse's mouth. I would actually recommend every creative, every photographer that wants to have invoices, quotations on the go, to actually subscribe to Bora Invoice, because I was far away and I just logged in and voila, you have the invoice,
That is good, yes.
Yeah, so I really think that's a good product. But Bernard, you cannot leave this place without talking about AI. How are you incorporating AI in your new products and in your business processes?
Our side, how we have started on it, is first incorporating it into the systems within the company, systems of how we do people's work, how we deliver, how we support clients out there, and then also the creativity element. That is where we have started. On the areas for our particular products, like the Bora suit, we, for the Bora suit had to be rewritten. We started Bora suit some 2 years ago. And it was written in a different tech stack. So when AI was, we had a challenge. We had to rewrite the entire software with the team. But the beauty about it is that the time we took to write then and now was shortened because of AI.
Because of AI.
The question you asked is, how are we adding them into our daily processes? I would tell you that the team at our place is trying to make sure that the customer care department gets to be improved, whereby we have in these other tools behind that can be able to help you support. The Bola Lan, you asked me where is revised now. I said, you know what, we had to put it down.
And rework it.
Yes.
But I also remember there's a time I visited you at your office and we're talking about a write-up, and I was struggling to think.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'll just, AI will do this. And then you sent me something,
Yes. Yeah.
So a coder doesn't have to be the best writer. If I'm a good website designer, I don't have to know a lot of text. I just ask you a few things and make my prompts, and before you know it, we have a good write-up.
Yeah,
so it actually shortens your creative process.
Very much. I would tell you from the side of the developers, coders, the times where we could sleep on these machines have gone.
Back then you'd be night time.
Yes.
Like, that guy is a hardy guy.
You
These
could
days,
see
there's
them.
no hardy guy.
There's zero, because you see, the entire process now requires you to think.
Before you start typing.
Yes. To think of what you want, tell it to this guy, he amplifies it.
Or he polishes it up.
Yes. And you're done.
Get more of a refined thing.
Yes.
But last but not least, one of the things that I also notice when I come into your office is that you work with very young people, and you know how problematic the Gen Zs are. How are you managing?
Dude.
That's another one.
Yes, but I think it comes from the first thing, the things you asked me that pulled me to stay in this industry for these 17 years. I believe in humanity. In my place at Regatech, when you walk in, because I do most of these interviews, I directly want to talk to the person. And the questions I ask are not anywhere related to what is in their books. It is related about that person.
It is about who they are,
Yes.
the person.
Yes, what they want to be.
Their aspirations, their
yes.
character.
Because that is what has helped us.
Bernard, we are going to have a conversation about human resource, because every person I'm talking about, every person I've talked to who owns a business is having a problem with human resource.
Yes.
That's another conversation for another day. But, man, you have to invite us for the 20th birthday. Man.
We should.
You have
we
pushed
should.
this thing, you've pushed this thing. You've never given up, and for me, that inspires me. And a few words for the young people that, as we're talking about the Gen Zs want things tomorrow, faster, and indeed they have a point, because there's no time to waste.
It's true, yes.
But what would you say to that person that is aspiring to take, to participate in the IT industry? With the new developments and all of these things, what advice would you give me if I was still young?
You are still young.
I'll never catch up with you, regardless.
So, I think my first bit that I would give someone is that be an open book. It is one of the things that has helped me. I'll tell you, I learned something from you. I keep learning a lot from you. I would have sat here and said, no, ndi mukuluwo, toina chongamba. But being an open book is a key. 2, the Generation Z has to practice patience. Without it, you have no root of strength. You have no root of strength. Just yesterday, I posted on my X a quote from the legend Bruce Lee. This guy died 1980, and he's talking about patience. So they have to practice patience. 2, I think 3, right? Our roads are designed differently. You
might take the fast route, I take the slow route.
Yes.
We get to the same place.
We get to the same place. You get.
We meet different obstacles.
Yes. Yes.
You might take the fast route, get derailed for 10 years.
No, 15.
And the guy who took the longer route.
It's so they have to understand that as, okay, yes, internet has connected us, is showing you a guy in US who is making $1 million a month. And you're here, you can't even make $100 a month. So you feel like you're what?
You've failed.
You have failed. But you're not understanding that your route, your path to reach to where you want to go is different.
Absolutely.
And to me personally, this has helped me, because I'll tell you, the person that inspires me a lot in tech business when I was starting is Michael Dell.
The guy who started the Dell thing.
Yes, Michael Dell is the guy behind the Dell Inc., the computers we use every day. And this guy is patient, is different, is a chap you will never find in the media. He's going to go there when there's a need.
There's a need to be there.
You get. Is a person who his brand was dying after he had taken it to the stock market. I said, no, it can't die. he bought it slowly. And he brought it back on the road.
Okay.
So,
I think I need to read about him. I
yeah,
didn't know that's part of the
yes,
story.
those are some people who have practiced patience.
Yeah.
And they are out there. He might not be in the other top.
Yeah, but he's
there.
He's there.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Bernard.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you for your time and your humility to come to my small space and we have this conversation. I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much for hosting me.
And I look forward to using your products and also evangelizing your products because I believe in your products.
Thank you so much.
I believe in your products because I've used them before and I know. And sometimes I tell people I buy things not because of the things themselves, but I buy the things because of the people that make those things.
Yes.
Because I know their core values.
Thank you so much.
So I know your core values and
Yes.
I believe in your products.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this YouTube video. And feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel if this conversation makes sense to you. Comment in the comment section and press the bell button, the bell icon to be notified about any new content that we'll be producing.
Yeah.
Catch you on the next one. Thank you so much.